Now, like most people, I'm a fan of warm places, but after just a few minutes in this unbearable heat, I was wondering how on earth anyone could live here. But just down in that valley is a city with more than 1.5 million people. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix may look like just another sprawling American city, but as you may have gathered already, it gets hot here. Very hot here. Little wonder then that each year the city's doctors warn of the dangers that the heat can bring and the consequences of not being fully protected against the sun. While Phoenix regularly experiences temperatures in the high 40s, it's an extreme that continental Europe has yet to get to grips with. Only families who are trying to guard against the heat. Local parks are built so people can shelter in the shade, and restaurants use cooling machines so customers can sit outside. And just about everywhere has air conditioning. Although I dread to think of the amount of energy that cooling an area as big as Phoenix takes, which is a story in itself. As many places around the world experience hotter than expected weather, the example of Phoenix could be the one to follow. Adapting to the climate will become essential because, after all, life does go on, even in 100 degrees. Although I actually think this amount of sunshine every day might become a little bit boring. Wonder how they might cope with snow. Our warmest winter ever, heavy rain and flooding in Bolivia and Peru, a record-breaking heat wave in Australia, and 12 feet snow in Upper New York. Oh well, business as usual. My name's Nichola Dixon. Welcome to the show that tells you all about what the weather's been doing and how it's been doing it. Now, after thinking long and hard, we decided to call it The Weather Show, although the programme that tells you all about the weather, with a little bit about climate change thrown in, did come a very close second. I'm pretty sure we made the right decision. Oh, and by the way, we're at Wimbledon. We've come to the home of tennis to talk to the head groundsman Eddie Seaward about his annual battle with the British weather. Also coming up, we have a look back at the weather making the news over the past couple of months. Peter Gibbs finds out what it is that makes British weather so interesting. We leaf through your weather pictures and videos and visit Estonia to see some cricket. But first, let's see just what's been happening with the world's weather. Well, as you saw, our weather is, and this is a technical term, all over the place. It's nothing new though, and you don't need talk of global warming to get the idea that the British Isles has its very own special brand of weather, making it different from just about anywhere else. Here's Peter Gibbs to explain. Every week you send in extraordinary pictures of weather from your part of the world, so we'd be foolish not to show you some of them. So let's get started with these fantastic ice formations from near Buxton, sent in by Ben Goodfellow. I particularly liked this picture of an angry sea from Angie Simmons. You can see more of your pictures at the end of the programme. Now, staying with extreme weather, the debate on climate change has, and if you excuse the phrase, really hotted up recently. If you'd like to tell us what you think about the climate change debate, email us at weathershow@bbc.co.uk. Now, with the Cricket World Cup making the headlines in the heat of the West Indies and the Six Nations rugby having been played out in the mud, it's easy to think that it's the weather that defines the sport. So, to freezing Estonia in Northern Europe, what kind of sport would you expect to see there? Skiing? Ice skating? Snow darts? Ice skittles? So here we are at Wimbledon. We're not that far away from the tournament, so I thought I'd grab Eddie Seaward, the head groundsman here, to ask him just how the British weather and tennis get along, because it's not really the best combination, is it, Eddie?
It's not the best. We get along quite well because I think we've learnt to understand each other over the years, and the weather can be a help as well as a hindrance to us.
So do you use any particular systems to help you predict the weather?
We've got computer all the time on within the office, and during the championship we've got the radar in as well to look at it.
It's a constant topic of debate, the climate change, but how does it affect you and the game here?
I think it's affected us because it's got a lot drier and a lot hotter.
Back to the covers, because it's a huge talking point, isn't it? Do you hold all responsibility for when those covers go on? Right, well, let's see what's happening with the weather on the internet. Here's Caddy Lee Preston with her pick of some interesting websites. Don't forget, if you have any comments, weather pictures or video, pitch them to us at weathershow@bbc.co.uk. Or if you'd like to find out more about the weather, you can pop along to our website at bbc.co.uk/weather, where all and more will be revealed. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. onto our website at bbc.co.uk/weather, where all and more will be explained. /weather, where all... Done it again? If we do remember the climate of 2006, it'll be the year we started noticing our weather changing. We've come to Finnish Lapland to discover snow, and not the lightweight, watery, semi-slush stuff we get in the UK, but real, grown-up, butch Arctic snow. And we've come to see why people like it so much, or at least those that don't have to live in it. And monsoons. Did you know that in just one day a monsoon can dump 3 feet of water on the streets? And the word is they could come our way. Plus we show you some of your pictures and answer your questions and bring you the latest climate and environment news. Now, when you think of Dubai, you think of sand and heat, and perhaps more sand and more heat. You certainly don't think snow. Now, above the Arctic Circle here in northern Finland, it's all snow, and this white stuff is the foundation of the tourism industry. Thousands of people flock here every winter, hoping to catch sight of reindeer, huskies, or Father Christmas. Ironically, though, the snow is here for 7 months of the year, whereas in Dubai, it's all year round. I kid you not. Let's pop back to the Weather Centre in London for a roundup of the world's weather. It's not just us that's interested in the weather. A lot of you spend a lot of time capturing images of cloud, rain and, well, weather of all sorts. Now, this is the part of the programme where we get to share with you some of the thousands of pictures that you send in to us. First up are these rather nice pictures from Sue Booth in Grasmere, Cumbria, taken one early morning in November. Among the many emails that you send in to us, we get pictures with questions attached. And one phenomena causing a lot of interest at the moment is NLC, or noctilucent clouds. So what causes them? Well, we asked for an explanation from someone who knows so much that in the Weather Centre they call him Dr. Weather. Although I suspect that's because some of them can't actually remember his name. Peter Gibbs. Thanks, Peter. Well, we're here above the Arctic Circle where the temperature is -15. Now, just below the circle, the temperature should be around -10, although right now it's a positively balmy +4. Now, you might think that is cold, but I'd like you to see a video that will show you exactly what cold really is. And you may never complain about having cold feet in bed ever again. Let's look at that again. And don't forget, in that jug is water. Right. Time now for a roundup of the news. The instant it rains in the UK, we throw up our hands and start screaming for Noah's phone number. But the rain we get is nothing compared to the downfall in a monsoon, where the rain is measured in feet rather than inches. Here, it's all about snow. I can vouch for that. Here's Peter Gibbs. Has anyone got a shovel? We've shown you the pictures you've sent us. We've gone to our experts to answer your questions. But how about the internet as a resource? Well, the World Wide Web has millions upon millions of websites, and many of them are set up to share, to show, to explain, and to generally celebrate weather. Here's Caddy Lee Preston with a pic of them. Thanks, Caddy. Well, we've come inside the snow village to keep warm. That's all we've got time for this time, but if you've got any more photographs that you would like to send to us, pitch them to weathershow@bbc.co.uk, or you can pop along to our website at bbc.co.uk/weather. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Has anyone got a shovel? Cut!